Take next issue. Give the heading. Normal loss and stage of inspection. Normal loss and stage of inspection. Please, please. We had 1 mark guaranteed in the exam. What was the 1 mark? Yeah. Put a dash in normal loss row in the equivalent unit statement. And the 1 mark we are having a up. We don't take the 1 mark guarantee. Sometimes even value on normal loss. Above that only we are going to discuss in this area called as normal loss and stage of inspection. Very interesting area. Once this concept was tested in PCC examination, the exam problem has been included in the module 2. Okay, that is an example problem given in the module 2 for this concept, and once given in the RTP. Now that institute has not tested, but institute is aware of this concept and sometimes test this particular concept in the examination. A very interesting concept. From here onwards, we will be doing very, very interesting sums which gives you more clarity on the process costing chapter. Now the issue we are discussing is normal loss and then what? Stage of inspection. Okay. Listen carefully. Little bit complex. I'll explain once or twice to get the clarity, but have focus in listening. See, in a process, work in progress is 50% complete. How much percent complete here? 50% complete. Let's take this as a number. Okay. How do I know that a loss has occurred? How do I know loss has occurred? Only when I inspect. Only when I inspect, I know that loss has occurred. After knowing the loss, only I classify as normal loss, abnormal loss. See the procedure. First count the losses. After counting the losses, you give the name what? Normal loss and abnormal loss. And when you count the losses, on inspecting, you count what? The losses. Respond. Are you following up? Now, here, in some process, I come to know about the loss only at the end of the process. In between, nothing I know. I only come to know whether loss has occurred or not only at the end of the process. That is, inspection is possible only when the units are 100% complete. When they get fully completed and come out, then I say, this is bad, this is what? Good. By that time, full cost would have been spent on it. Are you following what I am saying? So, in number of processes, losses can be detected at the end of the process. In the process is 100% complete. Respond, yes or no? It need not be always so. It need not be what? Always so. It is possible to detect my loss even before what? 100% completion in number of processes. Are you following or not? Now, I gave a simple example, boiling a milk. Now, I am boiling a milk. Okay, it takes 10 minutes to fully boil a milk. Understand or not? Suppose, if the milk is bad means, I need not know after 10 minutes that the milk is not bad. After 1 or 2 minutes of starting to boil, it will show that it's become a bad milk. Yes or no? In that case, I will inspect for the milk to be good or bad, not after 10 minutes. After what? 2 minutes itself, I'll be knowing what is going to happen. Everybody, yes or no? In the case of 20% process completion, I'll do the inspection. Everybody following what I am saying? So, in an industry example, what happens is, in most of the fertilizer and other industries, they mix chemical to produce the output. Yes or no? When two chemicals are mixed, from there, they will do further processing to get the final output. Yes or no? When the two chemicals are mixed, they see the reaction. Yes or no? The reaction is, as per the plan, they continue. The reaction is not as per the plan, they discontinue. There, they know whether the chemical mixture will become good or bad as per the mix is over or not after completion of the process. Are you following what I am saying? So that means you should know that it is not necessary necessary to inspect loss only at the end of the process. It's possible to inspect loss anytime during the process. It all depends upon the nature of the product. Everybody following up? Now, I am going to take two situations. Say a loss is inspected at 30% stage. This is situation number 1. Okay. Losses are inspected at not 50, 80% stage is situation number 2. That is, only when the units are 80% complete, I'll be in a position to inspect them and say whether they are going to become loss or no loss. Second case, when the units have reached what? 30% completion stage, I'll inspect it for loss and say it's good units or loss units. So losses are detected at what stage? 30% stage, situation 1, 80% stage what? Situation 2. Up to this, are you following or not? Now, answer my question. In situation 1, has the WAP units been inspected or not inspected? Tungadaya. See, I inspect a unit to be a good unit or loss unit when the unit is 30% complete. Yes or no? Now, suppose when the pen has reached 30% completion, I'll inspect the pen and say, yes, good pen, proceed further. Bad pen, stop production. Respond, yes or no? That means at 30% stage, I inspect for loss. Situation number 1, yes or no? My question is, the WAP unit has crossed the inspection stage, has not crossed. Has crossed what? Inspection stage. Has crossed what? Inspection stage. That means these units are going to become good units. They will never become what? Bad, because they crossed the inspection. Tick has been done. They have been cleared to be what? Procedure further, because they have been inspected for loss at 30%. Because if they are lost, they would not have reached the 50% stage. Are you following what I am saying? That means in situation 1, WAP units have been inspected for what? Losses, and they are going to be good units. They are going to be what? Good units. Point number 1 accepted. Now, point number 2. Situation 2, WAP units have been inspected for losses, have not been because because only those units which have reached what? 80% stage would be first of all inspected. Will be first of all what? Inspected. It is only how much percent complete? 50%. Has still not yet reached what? Inspection. It may become good. It may become bad. It has not yet what? Been inspected. This is a situation 2. Respond. Are you following or not? I am now building up an argument. Okay, I am just going one by one. First of all, loss can be inspected only at the end of the process, or anytime during the process, It all depends on the nature of the process or product being produced. I had a work in progress. How much percent complete? 50%. Two situations. Losses are detected at what stage? 30%. Then at what stage? 80%. When losses are detected at 30% stage, has WAP undergone inspection or not undergone inspection? Undergone inspection. They have been cleared to be good units. It will be completed as good units. Yes or no? I mean, the loss is detected at what percent stage? 80% stage. Has WAP units been inspected or not inspected? Not inspected. Hence, it has not reached a stage of inspection. Other two situations. Yes or no? So, situation, that is what we are discussing is stage of inspection and work in progress. Stage of inspection what? Work in progress. WAP has crossed the stage of inspection. WAP has not reached the stage of inspection. Are the two cases I am now beginning to discuss. Everybody following? Can I proceed further? Now, see. What happens is, till now what it is, we have a normal loss. We have what? A normal loss. Suppose a normal loss is 1000 units. Exam, how many units? 1000 units. On this, cost is spent or not spent? Cost spent or not spent? Spent. In normal loss, cost is spent. But will I value this normal loss? No. What I do? By putting in the equivalent statement what? Dash. What happens is, this equivalent units which I calculate is without normal loss units. Enna correct? Correct? Now, in the first statement of equivalent units, normal loss 1000 units, but I don't write anything in what? Equivalent unit statement. I put what? Dash. And when I write the equivalent units total, the total does not include what? Normal loss units. Point number 1. Accept or not? Now, in the statement of cost per equivalent unit, I write the total cost on material labor or as anything and divided by what? The equivalent units. Ennappa right or not? Now, my question is, this total cost is a cost spent to produce WAP units are, completed units are, normal loss units are, abnormal loss units are, all the four are. It is the cost spent to produce all the four, including the normal loss units, yes or no? But the cost of four items, namely completed, incomplete, normal loss units, abnormal loss units, the cost of four items is shared by 3 units without normal loss units, yes or no? 4% cost is shared by what? 3%. The normal loss cost is shared by the WAP and others. Are you following what I am saying? The issue புரிஞ்சுதா? That means the cost per equivalent unit, a number is there or not? This number also includes what? A share of normal loss cost. So no, this number if I multiply with the equivalent units are WAP, finished, etc. I give a share of normal loss cost to WAP. I give a share of normal loss cost to what? Complete units and others. Everybody, are you following not? This is what we have been doing in the process costing chapter till now. Point number 1. Accepted? So what we do, by putting a dash, what are all the implications? By putting a dash, the cost per unit is made to have what? A share of normal loss cost. With this, if I multiply what? The equivalent units, a normal loss cost share is given both to WAP, completed units, etc., etc. Up to this, are you following or not? This is point number 1. Yes or no? That means till now we have been giving a share of normal loss cost to WAP units. Accept or not? Now come to this discussion. Now come back to the previous discussion. See, when WAP has been inspected for losses, it can be given a share of normal loss cost. I don't deny it. This is right. But when the losses are detected at 80% stage, this WAP units has not yet been inspected. Correct? When you are not at all inspected, you have got no right to give the WAP unit a share of normal loss cost. Correct? Only when you inspect, you know loss. Only when you know loss, I'll say classify as what? Normal, abnormal. Now I'll say one example. Only when I produce, I have loss. Then only I can have what? Normal, abnormal. I don't do production at all. I can say normal loss 10% and what? Question arises na. So only when I inspect, suppose 10,000 units comes for inspection. How many units comes for inspection here? 10,000 units comes for inspection. I say when 10,000 units comes for inspection, normally 10% should be bad. That means how much should be bad here? 1,000 should be bad. But on the 10,000 units inspected, 1,200 bad. Then I say 1,000 normal, 200 abnormal. But a unit has not at all reached inspection, then have not detected loss at all, yes or no? Then how can I classify as normal, abnormal? Everybody yes or no? If I cannot classify normal, abnormal, then I should not give a share of what? Normal loss cost, because I don't know what is going to be this WAP at 80%, yes or no? Because this WAP units loss will be known only when they go to what? 80%. Only when I determine the loss, I'll be able to say what is normal, what is abnormal. That means when the losses are detected at 80% state, is it right to give WAP a share of normal loss? Should not be given. In the issue, accept or not? Now, that means WAP can take a share of normal loss only when it is inspected. WAP should not be given a share of normal loss. It is not what? Inspected. Because I said the normal loss cost should be shared by what? Expected good units. Now, when they are cleared, it is good units. But it has not yet been inspected. We cannot say it is what? Good units. In that case, normal loss cost should be given to WAP. Only when the WAP has crossed the inspection, should not be given to WAP. WAP has not crossed the stage of inspection. This discussion, are you following or not? Yes or no? Should I explain once again? Can I proceed? Don't escape. Should I explain? Can I proceed? Yes. Those who want me to explain, raise your hand. Okay. I'll just explain once again and proceed. Rumba simple here. Just all discussion leave. See only the core what I am telling you now. First of all, WAP is 50% complete. Data given. Accepted? Now, yes or no? Now, see, first situation, I detect loss when the units are how much percent complete? Second case, when it is how much? 80% complete. Now, when the units are 30% complete, has a WAP undergone detection or not? Yes. They have been what? Inspected. That means when they are inspected for loss, it is correct to give a normal loss share to WAP. Kadapa. But in 80% say when they inspect, WAP has not yet gone for inspection, so no. If it has not yet gone for inspection, it is not right to give a share of normal loss to what? WAP. Next year when they are inspected, then we can give them what? A share of normal loss. Everybody, are you follow what I am saying? Only units which has undergone inspection and cleared should be given a share of what? Normal loss. Others which has not reached the share, in fact, should not given a share of what? Normal loss. Is a rule. Are you following or not? No. Here I said, by putting a dash, by putting what? Dash in the equivalent statement, what I do is, I automatically give a share of normal loss cost to all items, WAP, and then what? Completed units. Yes or no? But at 80% stage, if the loss are deducted, I cannot put dash because I should not give a share of normal loss cost to what? WAP. It should be given only to what? Completed units. Are you following or not? In that case, what I should do is, how I write abnormal loss, suppose 200 units, I write the equivalent units and value them or not. I value abnormal loss or not? Yes. I value abnormal loss and transfer to costing P&L account. Yes or no? No. Same way, how I value abnormal loss, same way I also value normal loss. I also value what? Normal loss. I can write the equivalent units for normal loss and then multiply by what? Cost per equivalent unit. I value what? Normal loss. In the same way, how I value abnormal loss, how I value closing WAP, how I value what? Completed goods. It will also have the numbers in the equivalent unit statement. Everybody yes or no? But the normal loss value or cost will not be transferred to costing P&L, will be added to the units which has crossed 80%. That is completed units. Are you following what I am saying or not? That is, normal loss should be valued separately. It should be valued what? Separately. And the cost of normal loss, which I value separately, should be added to what? Completed unit. Should not be given to what? Work in progress. Two things. If I put a dash, if I put what? A dash, I don't value normal loss. What happens? The cost of normal loss gets shared by what? Other units. It goes into cost per unit. So no. If something goes into cost per unit, it is used to multiply with WAP, finished goods, everything. So the normal loss share goes to what? WAP also. If you don't want to give the normal loss share to WAP, what I should do? Value the normal loss in the same way. How I value what? Abnormal loss. With a small difference, abnormal loss will be transferred to what account? Costing P&L account. Normal loss will not be transferred to any account. The cost of normal loss will be added to what? Completed units value in the statement of apportionment. Everybody following or not? This is regarding the normal loss and stage of inspection discussion. Yes, okay. Now, answer my question one by one. Loss can be deducted before completion. Right or not? There can be two situations. Losses are deducted before the WAP percentage. Losses are deducted after the WAP percentage. WAP 50% over, loss is deducted 30%. Tell me, in the first case, has WAP undergone inspection? Yes. Second case, WAP not undergone inspection. Rule is that if WAP has been inspected for loss, you can give it a share of normal loss. WAP has not been inspected for loss, it should not be given a share of normal loss. If WAP has been inspected for loss, it will be given a share of normal loss or not. How can you do it? Put the dash in equivalent statement. So the cost per includes what? Normal loss share. Multiply that with what? WAP units. And we automatically giving a share of normal loss to WAP units. Suppose WAP has not reached inspection or stage of inspection, what I do? Value the normal loss separately. The normal loss value after netting of scrapping if any should be added to what? The completed units cost, so that WAP will not be getting a share of normal loss cost. Is the area called as normal loss and stage of inspection. With this we complete this particular concept. Now let us start doing a problem. I will do up to a stage. Second stage I will do in the next class. Okay, now take question number. Okay, now the concept what now we are discussing called as what? Normal loss and stage of inspection. Now see, again whatever I discussed now, I am not dictating as notes. Normal loss and stage of inspection for 2 pages. I have given you what? Explanation in the module 2. Go home and what? Read it. So now let us take Question number 13. Take question number 13. Please don't talk. Take question number 13. I will not be able to do the question fully today. I will do up to a part and continue in the next class. Okay. One of the products manufactured. One of the product manufactured by a company passes through two separate processes. In each process, losses arising from the rejected material occur. Process 1, normal loss 20% of input. In process 2, normal loss is 10% of production. Losses arise at the end of each of the process. That means I come to know about the loss at what percent completion? 100% completion. Yes or no? No. Reject material can be sold. That means what? Scrapped. Process 1 reject material can be sold for 1 rupee 20 paise per kg, and process 2 reject material can be sold for 1 rupee 42 paise per kg. Is nothing but what? Scrap income. Information for the period is as follows. Process 1, metal input 9,000 kilos at 14,964, labor 2,450 hours at 3.4 per hour, production overheads 2.6 per labor hour, metal output is 7,300 kilos. Process 2, metal input 7,300 kilo. Why tell me 7,300 kilo? Process 1 output becomes what? Process 2 input. They need not even have given it. Are you following or not? Next. Direct labor 1000 hours the 3.4, overheads 2.9 per direct labor hour, metal output 4,700 kilos. At the end of the period, 2,000 kilos of material were incomplete in process 2. These were 50% complete as to direct labor and overheads. There was no opening work in progress in either process and no closing work in progress in process 1. Required, prepare relevant cost accounts for the period. Is a question. Everybody, can I proceed or not? No. Till the last sum, we either did process 1 account or process 3 account, etc. We did not see your full flow of process 1, process 2, etc. till the problem completed, right or not? That is, we did in question number 1 and 1, question number 2, where we did not look at WAP at all, right or not? Once we started WAP discussing equivalent units, I did not do a full-fledged problem. I did only either process 1 account or process 3 account, etc. Now we have an opportunity, we'll be having more such opportunity where I'll see the full stream of all the process account. Tell me, in this problem, how many processes are there? 2 processes. We have been asked to prepare what account? Process 1 account, process 2 account. These 2 accounts are WAP accounts. Because process accounts are done in the factory only. Only the process complete becomes what? Finished goods. You have to prepare process 1 account and process 2 account. Can we start or not? No. A good sum. I will do process 1 today. Very simple. I will do process 2 in the next class as a continuation. Now tell me. Process 1 account. How many steps are there? Process 1 account. How many steps are there? Name the 4 steps. Statement of equivalent units, cost per equivalent unit, apportionment. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Process 1 does not have a work in progress. Yeah, correct. But yeah, process 1, no work in progress. Yes or no? No opening, no closing. It is only last year. No need to have equivalent units for process 1. Correct? Only 1 step straight away process 1 account. Same thing similar to question number 2. Correct? Right or not? Now, when I ask a question, don't monotonously answer. Think and what? Answer. Now tell me, process 1 account, 1 step or 4 steps? Why not 4 steps? No work in progress, no concept of equivalent units. But process 2 account, how many steps here? 4 steps because it is having a closing WAP of 2,000 kilos. Yes or no? Only when you have a WAP, you prepare what? Statement of equivalent units, etc., etc. No WAP, now straight away prepare what? Process account with losses. It is something similar to question number 2. Right or not? Now, can we start with process 1 account or not? Now, I will do it and then give you time to copy it. Please. Please don't talk. Please. Shh. Stop talking. Outside also sound. Inside also sound. Shh. Now, can I start doing the sum or not? Now, please participate. No need to copy. You should tell me the answer. Process on account, particulars units amount, particulars units amount. First, two input or two materials. How many kilos of raw materials put in the process one? 9,000 kilos. By spending how much space? 14,964. Is the main metal put into process one? Yes or no? No. To process this material, I spent labor. How much labor has been spent here? At the hours, 2,450 into 3.4. Multiply and tell me what the labor cost. AH into AR. Cut about 2,450 hours worked into 2.4. What the number? 8,330. I don't write hours and all. I write only the units here. Respond yes or no? No. Overheads. What is the overhead absorption rate here? 2 per, that is how much it is? 2.6 per direct labor hour. They use labor hour rate. Yes or no? For labor hour rate. Overheads divided by labor hours. For the labor hour rate here, 2.6 into how many hours? 2,450 gives you 6,370. Up to this, are you following or not? No. Debit the inputs or debit the expenses spent for the process. Yes or no? No. All these costs are spent to process 9,000 kilos or not? What happened to the 9,000 kilos? Some kilos came as good and transferred to what? Process 2, and some kilos was lost. Yes or no? In which I expect to lose how many percent? 20%. Normal loss is 20% of 9,000 kilos. How many kilos here? 1,800. Please. Shh. This 1,800 should be given a share of cost or should not be given a? Should not be given. That means what I will write here is what? Not the share of cost. I write what? Scrap income. Accept now. Take the calculator and tell me, or I'll just say the breakup. Transfer to process 2. How many kilos transfer to process 2? 7,300. Tell me the total. 7,300 plus 1,800 gives how many kilos? 9,100. But I have only how much input? 9,000. What the 100 here? Abnormal gain 100. Respond, are you following not? In other words, when I put 9,000 kilos in, I expect to lose how many kilos? 1,800. But I lost only how much? 1,700. Unexpectedly I produce and transfer how many kilos here? 100 kilos becomes abnormal gain. Accept or not? No. Normal loss credit side, write the income here. Tell me the multiply number. 1,800 into 1.2. What the number? 2,160. Now the next step is to find out what? Cost per kg. Now tell me what the formula for cost per kg? Total cost minus normal loss scrap divided by input minus normal loss. Right or not? Now please take the calculator. Tell me the total cost. 14,964 plus 8,330 plus 6,370. One of you at least two and tell me what the total cost. Okay. So what is the total cost here? 29,664 minus normal loss scrap is 2,160 divided by what is input into the machine? 9,000. What is normal loss scrap? 1,800. I get a cost per kg as 3.82. It is going to be 3.82. Accept or not? No. So 7,300 should be valued at 3.82. Tell me what is 7,000 into 3.82 gives how much rupees? It is 27,886. 100 into 3.82, don't use calculator. What's the number? 382. The process account should obviously what? Tally. Is the process on account ditto similar to question number 2 what we did with abnormal gain. Are you following or not? No. Process on account has been completed. And we should also prepare what account here? Abnormal gain account. Tell me, in abnormal gain account, the first entry is what? By process 1, 382. How to understand that here? See, I have produced how many kilos? 7,300 kilos by spending cost for what? 7,200 kilos. With 7,200 kilo cost, I produce what? 7,300 kilos. 100 kilos has been produced free of what? Cost, saving me 382 rupees. Other because abnormal gain. Are you following or not? No. in the abnormal gain also there is what? Loss. Because had it been a normal loss, I got what? Scrap income. Being a gain, I lost a scrap income of how much the base here? 1.2 for gives you 120. The net amount should be transferred to costing P&L is the abnormal gain account. With that, the process one is completed. Everybody having the clarity or not? Now, please copy the slide quickly. Please copy it quickly. Don't talk, please.